Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're talking about Tiny Epic Tactics by Gambling Games on Kickstarter either right now or very soon, or it's over. Time.
Tiny Epic Tactics is a war game where you're going to be controlling 4 different heroes that are going to be going out, moving around the map, controlling vantage points, and attacking the other heroes and trying to just be the best. Like, it's just tiny and epic and awesome.
And tactical.
You can tell, like, when Aaron's brain doesn't know what to do, he just goes, say the word awesome!
So, one of the coolest things about this game, and one of the things that's probably going to stand out the quickest, is the board setup. And the fact that it's three-dimensional, there's all these boxes. This is actually the box bottom that, like, goes out here. How crazy that this all fits in this little teeny tiny epic box.
So like Aaron said, you get 4 different characters, so you kind of build your squad of people, and you have all these different abilities. And not that it's a perfect comparison, but it kind of reminds me of Arcadia Quest, where you have different characters, and you want to have ones whose abilities kind of help each other out and stuff, like the healing one. And, you know, you don't want to... And actually, it is really good that they do make you have one from each different class, so that way you don't... You know, like, new players don't just accidentally pick all the melee dudes or something like that.
And dealing those teams out, you can either, like, team craft, and you can, like, build out, like, all right, this guy's going to work good with this guy, and you can each, like, kind of build your team. You can just shuffle each deck and deal them out. You can draft them out. That's one of the things you can do is just build out your team and figure out what goes together as the replayability with all the stretch goals. You're getting new characters. And there's even a lot of characters that, like, allude back to their other games. Like, you'll see some of the guys from Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea here and there. Obviously, there's a gambling card somewhere in this table. So
Right there.
Right there.
Right in front of you. But also, when we were talking about building your team, so that because there actually is multiple versions. There is this battle royale type, where we're all fighting against competitively this King of the Hill. There's also a team version, a co-op version,
And a single player.
Thanks. I wasn't gonna remember that one.
It's like,
but it's a lot like it's a lot like Zombies, except it doesn't have the everybody versus one, which would be... I don't think you could do that.
It'd be a slaughter.
You would need, like, to have one giant dude or something.
One giant meat. So we only got the rules for the competitive mode, so we've only tried out, beating up on each other and trying to control the different territories and, just that capture the flag style. That's what we played. We haven't got to try the cooperative or the single player, but I can tell you the competitive can get really cutthroat when you have 4 players just going at it, and, there's only 3 territories that you can be capturing. And when there's not enough players to capture them all, everybody's dying, and that's what's a lot of fun. It's just, it really shines at that 4-player. You're attacking and just destroying each other. So
yeah, the different zones you have to control definitely create, like, bloodbaths on the board, because everyone's, like, focused in the spot, and, like, Aaron's controlling it, so we're trying to... It's not just, like, who can I kill, but it's how can I get Aaron to no longer have the majority of people here by either killing his guys or knocking them back by rolling the dice at the melee attack. And just
moving all of your guys in on the zone and taking over control that way.
So it definitely has those spots, like the choke points, and even like the fact that the different levels of terrain, like you get extended range if you're shooting down, and this little yellow zone in the middle, it's like in the valley, like everyone is just like, that is the most contested spot on the board for sure.
Because everybody can shoot and have all this range and stuff. You can just have all these archers just shooting down, trying to... Like Hawkeye in the Avengers movie. You're going to edit that out, isn't you? In addition to all of what we were just talking about there, you also have these tactic cards that give you this if-then scenarios. So you're trying to... And now you can only ever keep 2 in your hand. So, you if you see one that you're probably not... I started with one that was if somebody gets captured, which means the guy gets killed. And I was like, you know what? That's not going to happen for a while. I'm going to dump it for something better. And those are a really big part of the game, because if you focus your turn to try and make it happen, like, okay, somebody gets captured, that's you. Not saying that. Not saying if you focus your turn on trying to have one of your guys get killed. But some of them are like, if you, I had to have one where I have to have one guy in each control zone. Or, I have to move through 2 tunnels on my turn or something. But if you focus on that and you can get those bonus things at the bottom, that can really, kind of sneak up on your opponent, because it's something that they're not really thinking you're going to get to do. You get automatic knockbacks and stuff like that. And I think that is one of the ways that makes this game kind of unique from game to game.
I think one of the big things that makes this game tactical and really you have to plan your strategy is because you have 3 actions per turn, and it weakens your guys if you have one guy even take a second action, but you have 4 dudes. So it's going to be really hard to like bring that 4th guy into the battle because you're like, all right, my first thing is just move these guys. And then next, okay, well, they're all in a position to do something, either attack or move into a control zone or something. And if you get to like round 3 or 4 and you've only moved those 3 guys, your last dude is like sitting in the corner doing nothing. And especially if your teammates do have all, like the game where Tom had all 4 of his guys out here doing crazy stuff, and my warrior was still sitting in the corner, and I'm like, man, I'm at such a disadvantage because now I have so many less options because it's going to take me 2 or 3 rounds just to move him enough to get into the battle, and he's not really doing anything. So you really have to plan out like what you're doing and make sure that your whole squad is involved in the fight.
Now we're talking about you having a whole squad. You have 4 characters and they have different abilities and stuff. And now I likened it to Arcadia Quest, which depending on your level of gamerness, it might be a good example because while having 4 different characters with different abilities and stuff and managing all that may sound like a lot of bookkeeping, it's really not. And this game is actually surprisingly simple. It's very, like, you can pick up the rules in like 5-10 minutes and then immediately start playing it. I mean, you know, you'll have timing questions and things like that, like with any game, but and I do know that's been their goal recently, is trying to get back to the roots of doing more simple and accessible games that really anybody would be able to pick up.
So you may have noticed there are no item meeples, but it's for good reason, because there are 4 classes. You have a fighter, a beast, the mage, and the rogue. Yes. So when you have your 4 meeples, they kind of just take on those class types. So the beast is just this giant beast, and you know, no matter what beast you pick as your beast, this is the meeple that represents him in your color. Even though he might not, you know, if you're playing as the elephant, you're like, that doesn't look like an elephant. But if it was just a regular meeple, they would get so lost and confused among everything. Like they couldn't do item meeples in this, and it's fine because these are really cool. Like, these are really awesome sculpts. Like, I love them, especially with the screen printing. We better unlock that because why would you even play without it?
There's definitely a lot of really cool stretch goals to unlock, whether it be the skins on those, the cubes being upgraded to these really cool, like, cutout shapes, extra tactics, extra characters. You guys can do the add-ons to get the different variations, so you can have play in like the snow or in the wasteland and all of that. So I definitely want you to support this game on Kickstarter by either clicking the card up there or the link down below.
There's going to be a Tom character, and he's going to be shirtless.
Either way, you should subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I wasn't in the Tiny Epic Mechs video. I apologize. I'm coming back for this one, and I'm never gonna not be in. I'm never gonna not be in a Tiny Epic video again.
Who this guy even is?
Everybody knows. I'm the only reason you watch our videos.